Hi there, I'm Jess from Ace Poker Solutions, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to launch a HUD on PokerBros using Asian Hand Converter with Bluestacks for our emulator and Hold'em Manager 3 for our database. Now, an important note before we get to the actual setup, the HUD only works on private clubs and not on lobby games. So on PokerBros, you have lobby games which look like this. The HUD will not work on these games. Instead, you have to join a private club like this one so that the HUD will work. And if you're not sure how to join a private club, we have a quick tutorial for that. Just go to drivehud.com/blog and on there, scroll down and look for a specific blog post with this title, Poker Emulator Setup for Poker Apps 101. And when you open that, just scroll down again and go to section 8, and there you will find instructions on how to join a private club in PokerBros. Now that that's out of the way, here are some requirements when using BlueStacks emulator. So firstly, the Asian Hand Converter will only work with version 4 and version 5 versions. In this video, I'm using version 5. And another thing, Asian Hand Converter only supports Nougat 32-bit emulators. So if you're not sure how to check if you're using Nougat 32 on BlueStacks, then here's how it's done. First, I've opened BlueStacks emulator, and then on the right-hand side, look for this icon. When you hover over it, it will say Multi-Instance Manager. So click on this one. Now we're in the Multi-Instance Manager. As you can see, the currently running emulator is on Pi 64-bit. So the Asian Hand Converter will not work on this version. Instead, it has to be Nougat 32-bit. I already have this in place, but I will show you how to make one. So first, just click on Instance, and then click on Fresh Instance. On the Android version, choose 32-bit if it's not yet selected. Then click Next, and then you can customize the settings for this emulator. And once you're done with the settings, just click on Create. Now you can see the new 32-bit emulator. And again, the Asian Hand Converter will only work with this kind, the 32-bit one. So we can go ahead and stop the 64-bit one. After creating your 32-bit instance, make sure that you close or exit BlueStacks emulator first before proceeding. Now, it's time to set up Hold'em Manager 3. On Hold'em Manager 3, click on Tools, then click on Site Settings. On the left-hand side, click on Add More Sites, and on the right-hand side, under More Sites, look for PokerBros and check the tick box beside it. Then click on Update Sites. Now, PokerBros will appear on the left-hand side, and under Auto Import Folders, make sure that you have the correct directory for Asian Hand Converter. So if you use the default installation directory, then this will be the correct one, and the last letters are PBR_HH. So make sure that's checked. If for some reason it's not already appearing there, you can click on Auto Detect, or you can click on Add, click this three-dot button, and just navigate your way to the same file path as displayed here. And then click Select Folder. Once that's done, just click on OK. And on the main window of Hold'em Manager 3, just click on Start HUD. When it's showing stop HUD, then that means the HUD is already running. And that's it for the Hold'em Manager 3 setup. Now it's time for the Asian Hand Converter setup. So first, let's open Asian Hand Converter, and then you will notice that you'll get a pop-up window. This pop-up window simply states that BlueStack instances have been detected and that you need to close all instances first before patching them. So if you haven't already, close all the BlueStacks instances and then you can click on OK. So as you can see, the Asian Hand Converter is now patching all BlueStacks instances. So just wait for about 30 seconds up to 2 minutes for the patching process to finish. Now, the patching process is done as displayed here with the word done. You can now click on OK. Moving on, let's go to the settings. So go ahead and click on the settings button. On the settings window, make sure that the correct database is selected, HM3, and also that BlueStacks emulator is enabled and that PokerBros is also enabled under supported sites. These are checked by default, but just have a quick look to make sure that they are checked. You can also enable or disable other settings that you require, and then you can click on apply. A note here, so you can see there's a patch BlueStacks button. You only need to click on this whenever you create or clone a new BlueStacks instance. If for some reason Asian Hand Converter is having some trouble detecting the correct database configuration, you can do this quick fix. So just click on settings, then select another database except for HM3, then click on apply, then go back to settings again, and then just put the database back to Hold'em Manager 3, and then click on apply. Lastly, click on Start Catcher. And that's it for the Asian Hand Converter setup. Now, we can launch BlueStacks emulator again and open PokerBros. Going back to the BlueStacks multi-instance manager, I'll go ahead and launch this 32-bit instance. So I'll just click on Start. And as you can see, on Asian Hand Converter, it's currently identifying the new instance. So just wait for it to finish and also wait for the patching process to finish until it's done. Now, the patching process is done and you will see the ready label here beside the emulator name. We can now launch PokerBros. So go ahead and launch PokerBros. So on the app home screen, you will find the different games that you can enter. And this is a lobby game. So again, the HUD will not work on lobby games. You need to enter a private club like this one, which I've created for demonstration purposes. If you're not sure how to join a private club, again, just go to drivehud.com/blog. Look for this specific blog post with this title, and on there, just go to section 8 where you will find instructions on how to join a private club in PokerBros. Once you've been approved to join a private club, you will see it on the app home screen. If you can find it immediately, you can scroll sideways to look for all the games that you can enter, as well as the private clubs where you've been approved. So let's go ahead and enter this one. Inside, you'll find the details of the club, as well as all the tables that you can enter. And another note, you need to have chips before you can play. So You can request the chips from the same agent whom you've spoken to when you joined a private club. So that same agent will be able to give you chips. You just need to request it from them. Once you have the chips, you can now go ahead and play. So let's enter this table. As you can see, we are now sitting in the table, and you will notice on Asian Hand Converter that the table number or table name has appeared beside the emulator. So that means the settings are set up correctly, and we are now ready to play. For demonstration purposes, I'll be playing with myself so that the HUD will appear. Now, the game has started, so all you need to do is play for one full hand before the HUD will appear. And as you can see, the HUD has now appeared, so below the two players, and you can also see on the top the symbol for the Hold'em Manager 3 HUD. And that's it. If you have further questions or need technical assistance, just go to drivehud.com/support. There, scroll down and you will find a support form over here. So you can fill it out and send to us. Alternatively, you can go to Asian Hand Converter and click on the Contact Support button. A similar support form will appear, which you can also fill out and send. Lastly, going back to the website, look for this Contact Us button or DriveHUD Live Chat button. So just click on it and fill out the details, and then you can start the chat. Or if there's no one currently offline, you can send a message to us and someone from our team will get back to you. Going back to the support page, here you will also find various knowledge-based articles which answers common questions. And here is the section for Asian Hand Converter. I've even highlighted this specific knowledge-based article, which if you will open, you will notice that it has the same contents as in this video. The only difference is that the instructions here are more detailed and step-by-step with text instructions and images. Thank you for watching. Good luck at the tables, and I'll see you on the next one.